So if you're a longtime subscriber, you know that I've reviewed a lot of Synology products in the past. I started off with a couple of their network attached storages or NAS, and these devices, I still use them today, still running strong. Also reviewed their router as well as their mesh access point. So Synology overall has been great with network devices, and today I'm happy to announce that they have released a brand new router, and this is going to be a Wi-Fi 6 device. So this video, what I'm going to do is do a quick overview of the device. I do plan on doing a couple follow-up videos, but we're going to cover some of the main talking points, the highlights, the specifications, as well as the side-by-side comparison with their previous router. Now, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, smash the notification bell. Let's go. Now, a couple housekeeping things. Now, since this is a pre-release model, not everything's going to be exact. So I'm going to tell you what to expect if you were to actually purchase the device. So the router that I'm showing you is going to be the final production model. So as far as the looks, everything is going to be the same that you get. The packaging, however, might not be final, so you might see additional paperwork in your device. As far as the software, the router is currently running on a pre-release software. The pre-release SRM operating system has been internally tested by Synology, which means that when it gets out to the public, that's when they'll make the final tweaks, because with more eyes on a product, of course, we're going to notice more issues. So let's just quickly go over the device overview. So of course, this is the new Synology RT6600AX, and AX means that it is Wi-Fi 6 compatible. If you guys don't know what Wi-Fi 6 is, it's a next generation Wi-Fi, better speeds, better power consumptions, and overall just a more reliable connection. And I've done dedicated videos on that, and I'll go ahead and link it in the description. And this is going to be a tri-band device, which means you're going to have 3 radios. You're going to have the regular 2.4, the 5 gigahertz, as well as the 5.9 gigahertz. You also have a configurable 2.5 gigabit Ethernet port. Now, this gives you more reliability, more performance, such as leveraging speeds for your NAS and other high-speed devices on your network. And the device that we're looking at today is powered by Synology Router Manager 1.3. Now, this software is going to be on this device, but it's not yet available for your older Synology router, and it should be rolling out in the next couple months. So let's get out of the box, take a look at the device itself, and then we're going to get it all set up and go into user interface. Now, the first thing I noticed is that this does have 6 antennas on here. On the rear, you have your USB port, and this can be used for storage and other functions. We also have our gigabit Ethernet, our configurable gigabit Ethernet, as well as 4 additional network ports. Now, to the right of that, you have your power button, you have your reset, as well as your plug-in for your power. Now, on the left of the device, you are going to have your WPS button as well as your Wi-Fi on and off button, so you can quickly turn off your Wi-Fi if you don't want it to be used. Now, on the top, we're going to have our network status light, so we have ports 1 through 4. We also have our WAN as well as our Wi-Fi and our network status. Now, just looking at the device, this is definitely more robust than the current devices. You can see a lot thicker, more ventilation, and the overall build quality just feels more sturdy. So Synology definitely took their time when developing this new device. Now, on the bottom, you are going to have some legs, so you have some rubber footing right there, and you also have 2 slots where you can go ahead and mount this on your wall, and that's what I'll probably be doing in the near future. Now, if you guys have been subscribed to the channel, you know that I did switch over to the T-Mobile Whole Home Internet, and I will be pairing up this new router with the home internet. And stay tuned, guys. I do have a big video coming up where I'll be showing you guys how to get maximum speeds from a T-Mobile home internet. So definitely subscribe and have your notification bell if you're interested in seeing that. So as far as the setup is going to be pretty basic. You plug the power in, plug in the WAN port. You can connect it with your Wi-Fi with your laptop. Just look for your Synology SSID. It should be Synology _ the serial number until you go ahead and change it. And the password is going to be Synology. Now, once you connect to the actual router via the Wi-Fi, whether you have network or not, you should be able to go to the web interface and continue with the setup. So the gateway for this one, or to get into web interface, you need to open your browser, type in 192.168.1.1, and it should bring you in into the page where you can go ahead and connect. Of course, an easier way is to just plug in directly with your desktop computer via the Ethernet port, but both options are there for you. Now, once you get in there, guys, the setup is going to be pretty basic. If you ever set up a router, you're gonna select your Wi-Fi names, your Wi-Fi passwords. You have a lot of setup options, but I'm gonna kind of bypass this because once you get into the server router manager, SRM, you will be able to do a lot of this stuff from within a nice looking user interface. So SRM, or Server Router Management, if you guys don't know what that is, it's Synology's virtual desktop, which is, my opinion, the best user interface for a router that I've seen. I've dealt with a lot of different routers, and this is the absolute best. Easy to use, very familiar to what you'll see on your computer. And just overall, anyone can go ahead and dive into it and start configuring your router. So SRM has so many features. Kind of hard to cover all this in one video, but just know some of the highlights. So you have dual WAN interface. You also have web filtering and parental controls. You have a VPN server, bandwidth management, built-in security. You also have network security where you can configure VLAN. Of course, you can set up different Wi-Fi networks. Mesh setup if you have the additional nodes, access point setup. You have isolation as well as one-way firewall rules. In addition to that, you have a comprehensive traffic control. So with this, you can monitor, manage, and audit bandwidth consumption within the network from a device or an application viewpoint. So many features built in, guys, and that's why over the past couple of years, I've really just stuck to my Synology router. And of course, I have to mention safe access. I did a dedicated video on this maybe about a year ago, just showing you guys how to set everything up, how to set up your family members, your kids. Gives you the ultimate control over all the devices on your network. So if you have kids that you want to cut off at a certain time or set schedules, you can go ahead and do so. I'll probably end up doing a follow-up video just on this, just to show you guys how powerful and how useful this will be. So another cool thing about the Synology router is that with the Synology router, you also get the DS Router application, and this allows you to really control everything from your mobile device. So for the DS Router, they do have applications for Android, they have it for your iPhones, whatever mobile device you have. You should be able to download it, connect to your Synology router, and then you can go ahead and monitor it, whether you're in your household or on the go. So again, that's another dedicated video I'll do for you, but I wanted to quickly show you guys how to create your network, and then we'll do a couple speed tests, and I'll do some follow-up videos for you. So if you go to your network center, you go to local network, and then your network tab, you do have the option there to create. Step 2, you're going to enter your network name, and now you can select one or more LAN ports to be dedicated to this network. So that's essentially one way to do it. So using the same method, you should be able to create your firewall rules as well. Now, creating Wi-Fi networks is going to be similar, but you want to go to your Wi-Fi access application. Now, from there, you do have the option to add additional network, so you can create your names, you can see what you already have created, and you can edit them and kind of play with your guest network. All the options to configure Wi-Fi will be in that area. So did a couple network speed tests. The speed tests were true to what I'm getting on my main T-Mobile device. So I was seeing speeds between 300, 400, depending on my location in the house. As far as the coverage, I was able to get good signal, not only in my house, but also in my yard. And that's something I'll continue to test while I have this device. Now, the price on this is $299.99, which is about what you're going to get for next generation router. So I'll go ahead and leave the links in the description where you can go ahead and pick it up. Like I said, I will be doing a lot of follow-up videos, so stay tuned for that. If you guys have any additional questions, drop it in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.